homeless, I was never without hope. Through various situations, I have found that if you put your faith and trust in Jesus, things will work out the way they're supposed to. I will never forget Monday, July 2nd. I had just been thrown out of the house by my sister and had to find a way to make a living on my own. I figured that the best place to go would be somewhere with resources, so I made my way into downtown Pittsburgh. Once downtown, I met some homeless guys who were sober and helped show me the roads. They were godsends, and helped me find resources, food, and safe places to sleep. That first night, I camped outside on the steps of a church. All I had were the clothes on my back, my faith in God, and my sobriety. That night I had no blanket and was approached all night by strangers offering me things to drink and smoke. Thankfully, God gave me the ability to say no for those first 2 weeks, but I knew that I wouldn't be able to resist forever. Something needed to change. So I decided to try and stay in Light of Life's men's shelter. That is where I met so many Christians like Charles, Scott, Lloyd, and others who loved me and shared God's warmth and truth with me. It was at Light of Life that I had an epiphany. All this time, I had been thinking that God had turned his back on me. But then I realized that I had turned my back on God. I was the one not praying. I was the one not going to church. I had begun taking back control of things I had already released to him. In my mind, I only needed God in the beginning, but now I was good enough to be in control. After this epiphany, it became much easier for me to ask for forgiveness and to accept that forgiveness and continue to grow. After staying at Light of Life Shelter, I moved to Pleasant Valley Shelter. There I was given a little more freedom and began seeking housing and job opportunities. Being homeless is hard. Having to rely on others for food, clothing, and shelter is very humbling. Often you get beat down by the world each day. What was really key for me was finding ways to be built up. I did this by attending morning prayer at Light of Life and Charles Bible study at Pleasant Valley Shelter on Saturday night. By concentrating on the Bible and making good choices, I was able to strengthen my mental, spiritual, and physical health. The knowledge and encouragement I received through these studies kept me on a path I needed to be on. Through God's grace, just a few months ago, I was able to move out of Pleasant Valley Shelter and now have my own private room. I have also started a new job. I began writing books again and am over 10 years clean and sober. For 1 second, to personally thank Charles and the other men and women that administered to me when I was homeless and encouraged me every single day to keep writing. And it's today I am able to call myself a writer. Early in my homelessness, I considered 3 areas of my life that I knew God wanted me to improve in. There were patience, humility, and gratitude. I knew that if I could just learn something about those things, that my time being homeless would not have been wasted. I will say that this situation of being homeless has helped me grow in all these areas. I have a greater appreciation of the simple things in life, like having keys in my pocket, cooking eggs, oatmeal, and toast. I also see the homeless differently. I no longer see them with disdain, but as people loved and blessed by God. I also now know what true friendship is. Just a few weeks ago, my brother passed away suddenly, and it was my friends from the homeless community that I was truly able to rely on. These are people who truly love and care for me and are genuinely happy to see me. They provided strong support when I needed it the most. There are a lot of nasty things going on in the world we live in. People are divided and are doing very bad things to each other. But even in the midst of this, I am still full of hope. I am working on my 8th book and have found purpose and significance as a exactly where I need to be. Thank you, and God bless.